We are here because Ginger J has lost his job with the pen game. To be honest, I'm not happy about that, but I get it. I don't like to see a man's, bread and butter taken off his table. You know what I'm saying? Food taken out of his mouth. But at the same time, as men, we have to be very careful with how we express ourselves in scenarios where it could affect our money. Do you know what I mean? It's the same as a 9 to 5. If your workplace sees you representing something that is not meant to be represented, they will have a talk with you and you're out. Pen game is no different. It's still an employment. So yeah. Let's watch what Margs has to say.
Girls that rap that are black women and people that I work with, from Esther to Hema to Mimi to Koi to Gina. So there's so much going on. I shouldn't have to explain why it's important. But if it don't fall into your wheelhouse, it's literally because you don't care. You don't understand. Do you understand the reason for the outrage?
I'm not saying what he said wasn't bad at all. Of course, it was bad.
And neither am I.
I'm saying you don't really understand the reason for the outrage, because you're saying stuff like, oh, I get it. It's like, oh, you can't have a preference, or don't talk about black women's hair and and it's kind of like trivializing like what happens. I don't know whether you don't really do understand it or not. So for someone like me watching it, yeah, for me being his employer, yeah, and someone that's associated with him, yeah, I'm looking at that and it's totally different things that I'm looking at. It's not a case of just because he's got a preference or because he mentioned black women's hair. There's lots of stuff that you need to unpack in that video. There's lots of questions that he made. I left with more questions than answers. Do you know what I'm saying? He said his preference. He said, this is why I don't like black girl. He said, why? Then he said, because you can't put you in your place. You can't think you think you're a man, I can't put you in your place. So then now that makes me start saying, well, so you enjoy putting women in their place. So what's going on? What are you doing in your spare time? Oh, so you only like a girl that you can bad up. You don't want these black girls because you can't bad them up. That is crazy to even say out your mouth.
Yes.
So again, I'm looking at that, I'm saying that's bad to me. Yeah. One second, let me keep going. 1 second, wait.
Opportunity to talk.
Yeah, so I'm saying this is wild. Again, it comes to protecting women. It's not about black women. It's any woman. Yep. You know what I'm trying to say? Because you're more only comfortable where you can bad them up. This is dangerous territory we're going here. Again, I don't want to be associated with that. You know what I'm trying to say? Fine. Then the woman triggered you, the girl triggered you, and then you lent into it. Yeah. So at the point when you was angry, where you stood up, you're showing aggression, and you're a man at the end of the day, and you attacked this woman personally. You would all that vim that you had, you put it to her, and it wasn't the whole group, and you wasn't just generalizing. You was on this gal, and when you're telling her with all that aggression to take off your wig and take off your lashes and be diminishing and degrading to her and all that, you're saying all these stuff in a degrading manner. None of that stuff's cool to deal with women like that. Again, forget even black women, but it's women in general. You shouldn't even be dealing with women like that. Yeah. But then you're using her like stuff that are culturally part of what we do in her blackness to offend her. Telling her, take her lashes off, take your wig off, take your makeup off, and I'm gonna bring in my natural 10 out of 10 Indian gal hair. All this stuff is crazy. Like, it's crazy to watch. I don't want to be associated with that. You know what I'm trying to say? So you man asking what the big deal is, it's because you don't care, because you don't feel that way. Or again, or you're not having conversations. You don't have a presence of black women in your life to be having the right conversation with people. Because anywhere I go is what I'm going to be doing. I've got a duty of care to support black women, from my mum, my sister, my cousins, my aunties. Like I said, I've got staff that are black women, people that work. There's pen game girls that rap that are black women, and people that I work with, from Esther to Hema to Mimi to Koi to Gina. So there's so much going on. I shouldn't have to explain why it's important. But if it don't fall into your wheelhouse, it's literally because you don't care.
Oi, 2 guns, 21 gun salute for Marg. What are you talking about? Oi, Marg is one of the realest, I swear down. I swear down. He's broke it down. That's the best I heard, like anybody break it down out of all these social media people. Do you know what I'm saying? Simple, plain and simple. It's plain and simple. A man said he left with more questions than answers and them things there. A man saying like, but I don't want to go into like Ginger J and all them things there, but obviously he's lost his job, yeah, but how you gonna lose your job on your day off? How you gonna get fired on your day off?
Come on, Greg.
Jazzy. They said they called me stealing boxes. What you doing stealing boxes? What you trying to build, a clubhouse? Oh, don't kill me.
Right, you're gonna make the water go from my nose. Bro, I feel bad laughing, man. You know why? Because the reason why I feel bad, another video came out where he's talking about his mental health, bro. And I'm not gonna lie, bro. Now I feel bad, but it's true.
I see that video there. I saw the video, yeah, but someone's put some sad music behind it, blood.
I don't get why they did that, bro.
without the sad music, yeah, my man just waffling, bro. He's just waffling, bro. All he needed was syrup to go with it, with that. Beer waffle, that's all you can hear, bro. Because at the end of the day, just talking about, oh, I should have known how to deal with things and handle things and rare. There was no apology in there, like to say, you know what, rare. He was just like, and I know, you know what, there's still quite, he's got like a little fan base of people that support him and feel like he's right in what he's saying. Because I feel like secretly they hate black women.
Yeah, of course. Bro,
anything black, they don't like. They don't even like Black Friday. You know them ones there. That's how
Black Pound Day.
You know them ones there. That's what these men are on. They don't like anything black. So they don't really care about black women. But bro, I'm not gonna lie. See, when I just heard Mark said, yeah, that's bro.
That's real, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Real.
He said one point
need
which
more
really,
men like this.
Yeah, bro. He said one thing that really hit me. He said, they don't have the right women in their lives, life. That's why they can have these views, and it's so true. You see, when you've got like you've got men who treat women right, and you've got women who treat men right, and they have that beautiful union. You don't grow up with that mentality, bro. And that's the reason why a lot of people have this like, oh, if you back, you're a simp. If you don't back, then if you back it, then you're anti-woman. If you don't back it, then you're a simp. I don't back it, and we've made it very clear in our videos that we don't back that kind of attitude. We don't back that kind of mentality, and that clearly shows that we've had some kind of healthy upbringing. And that's the reason why it is a mental health thing for him. But I think it's more of a trauma thing and more of like a psychological thing he needs to work on, because he even said it. He doesn't really rate how his mum moves. Do you know what I mean? So he's got issues. So therefore, to me, there's a divide, not based on whether you're a simp or a red pill kind of guy. It's mainly just based on the fact that your upbringing. It's based on your upbringing. Do you know what I mean? Like with me, I've seen my parents have a healthy relationship. You know, like I said, they've never yelled in front of me. They've never done nothing for me to like learn certain traits. You know what I'm trying to say?
Bro, that's you on that side. On the other side, bro, I told you before, I'm not even trying to keep it funny.
Yeah, but but we don't need to get into that. We don't need to get into that because
you know what I'm saying? I didn't grow up seeing that healthy thing, but as a man, just a normal, you know what? I've always said, as a man, when you're growing up, you have to say, all right, you've been traumatized, certain things happen in your childhood and all that. But it comes to a point where, like, you are an adult now. You have to grab life by the kahunas, by the balls and them things there, and just say, you know what? It's everything I do now is my responsibility. Because at the end of the day, if you don't take if you don't take hold of your traumas and some people
I get you.
Mold it. You know what I'm saying? If you don't take hold of it and let it take hold of you, bro, because at the end of the day, as an adult, if you go out there and commit a crime, you're going to be charged as an adult. So you can't be out here saying, oh, yeah, I'm traumatized from my past and all that. Well, this comes to a point, bro. Man's been through, bro. We've all been, I don't know, do you know what? Yeah. Bro, you know what? I shouldn't judge everyone because everyone has different strengths and stuff.
Can I try and see if I get where you're coming from, because is it a thing where it's like, I put my phone on silent, bro. That is unprofessional of me. Is it a thing where it's like, what you're trying to say is that basically you have to look within and work on yourself. Otherwise, these are the things that will happen to you. So you've basically been through similar things that he's talked about in terms of like, you've been to prison, you've seen the way your father was with your mum certain times, but you've worked on yourself, basically.
Yeah, but I'm but everyone's different, bro. Like everyone's different. That's why the world's so colorful and diverse in the way it is, isn't it? I think the way I think in it. Do you know what I'm saying? I told you before, I've been through mad stuff. I could have been on another planet just doing crazy stuff, do you know what I'm saying? But man's got a lot of mental strength to where I don't let I will not let there's not a lot of things gonna get to me like that. It's not unless like people physically touch my family or something like that. There's not a lot of things where like, so I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
So you know what? Go on.
Yeah, I think what you said is so true. What you said, the diversity and how colorful the world is. Yeah, it's true. Everyone processes things differently. With me, I think he might. My mum used to have this saying. She'd say, "All flowers blossom, but they blossom in different times." Basically, I can't remember exactly the way she put it, but I get the analogy. Is that basically every flower is gonna at some point, open up and develop itself. You're gonna see the roles of
some blossom in the morning, some blossom in the afternoon, some blossom at night.
Right. I think his
everyone
time
has their own timing.
Right. I think his timing is late. He's developing that ability to work on his anger now. And it just so happened it was in front of the world, bro. Like he could have been through that years ago. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
And that's why, do you know what? I'm obviously like, man don't want man to be losing their jobs and losing like his livelihood and all them things there. But at the end of the day, bro, he needs to realize, bro, this is what I'm saying, bro. Like, a lot of people don't take enough time to actually sit down and work on themselves and realize, just look in the mirror and reflect and be like, raw, like, where am I going wrong? What can I fix about myself? But like, because do you know what it is? Maybe it's the kind of environment they're growing up around, the kind of people around them, the kind of, you know what I'm saying? That so, you know, I don't know. But see, like me growing up in a strict African household and them things there, I went off the rails differently. You know, like it was like a train wreck. I went off the rails like it was mad. You know, like differently, bruv. I could have been part of a chain gang doing another kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Luckily, anyway. But I got that strong foundation to where, like, even when I got to the extreme, so close to the edge where, like, bro, I was on my tiptoe, like this, almost falling off. Like, I had enough wits about me to be like, you know what, stay steady and just hold back. And I'd never, ever fell off.
Do you think,
so close, bro.
Do you think it's because of the foundation that you had? Maybe Ginger never had a foundation.
First of all, I wasn't brought up in this country. See, like, this is gonna sound mad and stuff here. See, coming from this country, I came here when I was 11, yeah. Coming here from young and stuff, yeah, and realizing, bro, I'll be honest, yeah, I think a lot of men in this country are soft, bro. That's that. But my wife always says to me when I say this, she goes, "Oh, it's different surroundings, different struggles, different." And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, bro, see where I come from, yeah? There's like little kids, like less than age of 10 years old. You see them on the streets, bro, with a younger little sibling on their back selling ice water, selling peanuts, whatever, just to try and make a change and things there. Yeah. And if they don't make a change, they don't eat. Yeah. There's no like, I grew up in a household in Nigeria where, like, bro, to have electricity is like
miracle.
It's like, I swear, it's like literally the coming of Jesus. Everyone get electricity. The neighborhood used to clap. We used to clap.
Bro, it's the same in Ghana. It was the same in Ghana. Light off,
bro,
light off, light off, light off.
Man was literally like, Bane from Batman. Man grew up in the dark, blood. I swear down. Everybody
had molded in it.
Everybody had lanterns and all them things there, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? That's how,
them lanterns where you used to put the light inside and then put the glass over it.
You know what I'm saying? So when pour a bit of kerosene in them things there, and we used to cook with kerosene. We had everybody had little stoves. We never had no all these things, gas cookers and all these things. I'd never seen a washing machine until I came to this country. We used to wash our clothes by hand. Bro, this is real stuff.
Bro, you see everything you're saying. That literally is my childhood in Ghana. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't come from a poor family, but it's just that was the standard. That was the standard. Do you know what I mean? Until
I came from, we were broke. We were broke. We were broke. We were from like literally the bottom. But anyway, my point is that all that stuff, and then coming here, I came here and like, this is a playground to me. Like, seriously, and like, even like, do you know what? I'm not going to say it, but I just, I tell you what, me and my wife here, because my wife's from this country, I'm not from this country. Even this whole thing about, like, see, for example, Ginger J's video about him being depressed and stuff, I've always, it's not a shot at Ginger J, but I've always had this argument with my wife here. I'm like, in this country, depression is like a luxury for people. It's such a luxury.
You can't afford to be depressed in Africa. Yeah,
they got this, bro. You've never been through real hardship to know what.
But not even not been through hardship. We don't have time to be depressed in Africa. There's literally no time, because as you're being depressed, people are chopping, and you're missing out on that. You're missing out on the money. Bro, you know what I mean?
What is that? I've never heard of that. In all of my life, I growing up in the African community. Oh, one uncle that we know, he's got anxiety, he's got...
Yeah, I know. I'll be honest with you. You know what's so funny? Yeah, like, look, I'm not trying to like downplay mental health because mental health is real. I'm not trying to downplay it. Yeah,
No. I'm saying, imagine an uncle.
Yeah.
Imagine an uncle and saying he's got... In our community,
our uncles with their big bellies, they're too busy wanting jollof. Hey, bring me some jollof. What is this depression nonsense? Give me the jollof now. Hey, how much meat is that? Only 2 meats. Give me 2 more now. Come on. No, why have I only got 2 meats? Why have you only given me 2 meats in my jollof? You know I'm depressed.
You know what I'm saying?
Come on, give me some more. Give me Guinness now,
bro. Imagine, you know what I'm saying? I'm not making fun of them.
Imagine a depressed uncle, bro, packing bare Guinness, bro, in his yard, just packing Guinness.
Bro, do you know where we came from in Nigeria? Yeah, my mum used to have to go to neighbors to borrow ice water from the fridge because we never had a fridge. You know them ones there? I obviously had to refill the water and give it back to them and them things there. Bro, like, man came from a different... Rats used to eat our feet when we were sleeping on the floor.
Jeez. Okay, I can't relate to that. That's some real...
me. I'm so comfortable enough to divulge this.
Yeah.
But that's what made me.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. But then again, you know what it is, yeah? In a way, I kind of, you know, with what I'm hearing, you know, all stories on some point start to unravel. You start to get a deeper, you know, perspective of it, yeah? And from what I'm gathering from Ginger J, it sounds like he done a lot of time in prison, over 11 years in prison, 11 and a half years in prison. Lost a lot of people, lost the communication of a lot of people while he was in prison. That in itself is dark. That in itself is dark, and that's not a difficult thing. Sorry, that's not an easy thing. It's a very difficult thing to deal with. So I can get why he might be depressed. Also, you know, he's talked about relationship with his mum. He's talking about certain girls that have cheated on him. He sounds like someone that really needs to work on himself, bro. And like he said, you guys should have invited me here. I can get why he said that now because, bro, he should have been firm with saying, guys, I don't want to do it. He should have been firm. Like, I'm someone, there's certain platforms I would never go on. Never go on because of how I carry myself. Like, for instance, BKChat, I can't see myself on BKChat, bro. Do you understand? Because I'm not someone that crashes out. I'm not someone that argues. I'm not someone that's on the hype. And that's the selling point. That's the USB for these people, bro. Do you know what I mean? USP, sorry. That's a USP. It's like, this is what they enjoy. It's like, without that, there is no, you know, outrage. There is no like back and forth in the comments. Like, I agree, I disagree, I agree. Like, bruv, even the simple fact that there are people out there calling people simps because people are saying, why did nobody calm that man down? So let's say, for instance, he lost his cool and actually hit one of them. Is that when, you see, that's the thing, with us men, sometimes we don't actually understand that sometimes shouting itself is just as bad as hitting, because if no one calmed him down and hit one of the girls and then the news got out, let's say that episode never aired because he punched her, yeah, but news got out, then you see these same men who are saying, people who hate him or disagree with him are simps, saying, yeah, he should have hit her, man, he shouldn't have hit her. But that's the whole point of why he should have been stopped. Some sense should have been spoken. It's like, bruv, someone should have whispered, he's like, bruv, calm down, you're gonna embarrass yourself, bruv, like, the cameras are on. Do you know what I'm trying to say? As men, we should be doing that for each other. How is that a simp thing to do, bro? How is that a simp thing to do, bro? Letting my man just literally disrespect and then now say things like, I'll bring my Indian girl, she'll wipe the floor.
A lot of people throw that simp word around a lot because
too loosely.
We have a lot of
respect for women, basically.
No, it's not even that we have a lot of respect for women. See, during this Andrew Tate and this, like, he's like, he kind of man.
Red pill.
What do they call them? Incels, the involuntary
I have no clue. But I know they call them red pill.
Involuntary celibate people, yeah. See these incels people, yeah. There's loads of them, bro. They don't get fanny, they don't get gal. They only speak to gal through comments and then they'll probably diss them because gal don't really, you know, like try to DM them and all that. They don't know about real life. They never felt melons or drugs. They never done anything. So they can't. There's a lot of men out there. They hate gal. They hate women.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, they hate women. Like, and I got a brethren like that. And me and him always having constant debate. I wouldn't say he hates women,
but he's got anger. He's got anger.
Like, for example, when we debate single parenthood, he's on more on the fact to be like, oh, well, it's the man's fault because more time, if you go look at the statistics, women always the one that breaking up the household and all that stuff, very rare and all them things there. I'm just like, all right, cool, whatever. But there's just a lot of men out there that just don't like women. There's a lot of men out there. I don't know what for whatever reason.
But you know
I
what?
just don't
You
get
see
it.
all these Andrew Tates now. People need to be careful listening to their perspective on women because these men are so bloody financially stable that they don't have to be in relationships because they don't want to work on themselves to be able to like you said, have a 50-50 in dealing with things. You know what I'm trying to say? They want it their way because they're rich, they're arrogant, and they look down on poor people. They call them brokies, bro. So let me finish. Andrew Tate's the kind of man that can get a bunch of models on a boat. He doesn't need to hear his wife saying, what's going on? Where are you? He could just tell her to like allow it because most women who marry these kind of arrogant men who are super, super rich, yeah, they know where their place is. You buy them diamonds, you buy them a few furs, don't let you get away with murder, bro. You can cheat, you can do what you want to do. They don't have any self-worth like that. You understand? So a lot of these rich men aren't marrying women that are firm and secure in their character and their traits. They're marrying women that are willing to like let you move the goalposts from time to time. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And even their family be like, don't piss him off. Remember, we need that money to build the house, our dream house. And that's why you find a lot of those men at some point, what do those women do? Rings them for everything. Divorce them and rings them for everything because they tolerate their crap just to get a solid position so they can then go there and take them to the cleaner. So when they're complaining about women like that, those aren't everyday women, bro. You know what I'm trying to say? They're not everyday women. If they were everyday women, they would not be two-parent households. They would not be relationships that are lasted like eons, marriages that have lasted eons. You know what I'm saying? There'll be no men burying their wives and crying at the funeral and women burying their husbands and crying at the funeral. We live in the real world. There's so much more to this world than these guys who are talking about their perspective on women. And this is where sometimes it can corrupt a lot of these average men who've never, like you said, had experience with females, and the only experience they've got is from someone else's perspective, a second-hand perspective, which is very negative. Very, very negative, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? So when you got men like myself, men like Fred, men out there who have real life experiences with women, like Mark said in that clip, you know, examples in the household, examples of women that are positive, you know, examples. When you come from these kind of environments or when you see these kind of environments, it's very difficult to agree with these kind of people, bro. It's very difficult, bro. So don't be looking at these rich Andrew Tates and all these rich Bill Gates and all these. Well, I won't say Bill Gates because he's with his wife. Well, she cleaned him up as well. So there we go. He's divorced. But people like Donald Trump and all these people. Look at Donald Trump's wife. She's meant to be the first lady of America. When do you ever hear her talking, bro? Look at the difference between Donald Trump's wife and Obama's wife and Bill Clinton's wife and all the other presidents that have come. Their wives were fully involved in the first lady role. This woman is not, because guess what? She's a model. He bought her, bro.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? So most of these men have to be careful when they're talking about women. They're not talking about women the way we talk about women. They're talking about objects. They're talking about objects, bro. You know what I'm saying?
That's why Trump would say, grab her by the, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, grab her by the...
Like, you know what I'm saying?
I'll never forget that. That was crazy.
That's why he wants to grab the camel toe and them things. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's why man wants to grab the pom pom. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? I was mad naive when I was younger. I never used to understand why they called it camel toe, bro. I used to be confused.
Anyway, let's not get into that. Let's not get into that. Let's not start talking about the moose knuckle.
Nah, but on the real though, yeah, like I said, the story is going to. But me personally, the advice I would give to Ginger J, bro, stop putting videos out there. Stop talking. You're not media trained. You don't have a PR team. Everything you're saying is digging a bigger hole for you, my brother. You were in the wrong. Just be firm about your apology. Like I said from the video about the first apology, be sincere about your apology, bro. You said
what he doesn't realize as well, yeah.
And where's your Indian woman? Where is she? This is what I'm saying. Where is she for you now? Where's the Indian community for you now? What's going on?
He's probably hiding from the dad and them things there. You know what I'm saying? She probably got
Ginger. What you said? It's not good, Ginger. Come on, I have black friends. Don't do that, Ginger. I have black friends. You know, I have plenty of black friends. Not good what you did. Not good. My daughter is, she can't come out to play today. Sorry. But yeah, on the real though, bro, listen. Just stop putting videos out there. Look.
And what I was going to say, what I was going to say is like he's out here, like, there's people supporting him in the comments and all that, yeah. But these are certain demographic of people, and we discussed this earlier. I don't want to bait certain people out, but certain man that's Anyway, some man that supports this guy here, they think like him, they date like him, and all them things there. Hence why they, which is nothing wrong with that, yeah. But it's like they always have to like put down black women.
Yeah.
And my point is, the people you guys like when you were shouting are catering to, yeah, like they're not supporting you, yeah. Or you know who will support you? Black women.
Yeah, like crazy,
you know who has always support you?
Yeah.
Black women.
Bro, look at my man.
Always had your back.
Look at that actor. The one who was the American one who was in Marvel. Is it Jonathan Majors? John Majors?
Yeah, John Majors.
Yeah.
And he's back with Megan.
No, he's married her. They're married.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you see, that's what I was gonna say. That's what I was gonna say. Look at the black woman. Look at. Sorry, let me finish. Megan Goodin. Look at, she's a black woman. She supported him when no one else was supporting him, bro. He was at his lowest. And on social media, who were the women that were supporting him when he went through that? Even though he was like, I want my career king, and he's talking to a white girl.
There's another Ghanaian footballer, blood. I can't remember his name. It's Ghanaian, blood. He had a black woman, yeah. He left his black woman that he was with before he made it, left her, got with a white thing. She fleeced him till he was broke. He got given another opportunity again at another football club to do like managerial positioning and all that stuff.
And he went.
And now he's back to the black thing.
Smart man. And that's not racist at all. Do you know what I mean? It's just my preference. You know what I mean? Just my preference. You know, same as like I mean, look, me personally, I'm not saying white women are dangerous, yeah, but me personally, bro, like I don't know how to talk to them, bro. Do you know what I'm trying to say? I don't know how to be with one, bro. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Because certain privileges that they have in life, I don't. So I can't act like we're on an equal plane, bro. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
And then when you get to like the extended family, like for example, like I can't even say certain things on here. Like for example, like if I had an Indian girl, I know there's bare traditions that I'm not used to that they do and them things there. You know what I'm saying? That it would just not be weird to me, but it would just be mad unusual and it would just be like, it might throw me off a little bit and them things there. And even me just being like a big black guy just coming in the yard, I might just throw them off and them things there. Do you know what I mean? I might not look good for their aesthetics and stuff. You know what I mean?
As soon as you leave the room, they'll be calling you Toby.
You know, like,
trust me, bro.
Brother, I had one white guy that lives in my area, bro. And bro, he's all, you know, like, bro, see the area I live here, it's mad. It's racist, bro. Right now, see all the England flags here? If I walk outside my yard here, they're everywhere. On the zebra crossing, they've painted it and all them things there. Like, there's one of my neighbors, he said to me, like, me and him were talking, we're cool. I already don't mess with one of them, yeah, because he was dissing the Indian people to me, yeah. So I was like, if he's gonna diss the Indian people,
what's he saying? Yeah, what's saying about the Indian people to you?
Brothers, yeah. He didn't do no this and that. Me and him were cool, chatting. And then one day he said to me, he couldn't remember my name. He said, "You mind if I call you like something like, I can't remember what the name is, it's such an African name, like Labumbu or something like that."
Bro, he's taking a piss. Bro. Bro, your name is so easy to remember, bro.
Fred. The way I switched on him, I was like, and he goes, sorry. Like,
he's taking a piss, bro. Bro, your name is Fred. What the fuck? Do you mind if I...
He must have watched one African film, name. He said, yeah. He said, he looked like my man next door. He said, yeah, I'm gonna see if I can call him that.
Yeah.
That's what he must have done, blood. What is that?
But you know, see, that's the reason why I'll find it very difficult.
What part of the game is that, Drazzy?
What part of the game is that? I know a lot of people anxious to bang you with every piece of metal like Magneto. Now, who really on some gangster-ish? Now, every nigga with a black dana. But yeah, listen, man, that's another reason why I find it very difficult, because the cultural differences as well. I've had certain white people ask me questions that I find ignorant, but they want to understand something they want to cure their ignorance from. So they find the nearest black person they know and they go, why do you not do this? And why do you not do that? And I'm not going to lie, they talk about all the stereotypes. So that's how I know. If you're asking me, you're asking from a media's perspective. You're not asking from a real perspective. You're asking from the newspaper's perspective. You're asking from the broadcasting perspective. Because if you knew black people, you wouldn't ask those questions, because you know they're lies. They're lies. And I don't want to be the guy that's always got the CNN camera and microphone in front of him when I go and see my white side of the family, because my white in-laws. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Yeah, so yeah, how you doing? I'm all right. Yeah, the other day on the news, I saw this thing where, you know, these black guys, and what? Is there a lot of knife crime in your area? Yeah, is it something that maybe you guys want to move around here? Because I don't want my grandchildren getting involved in that. Do you know what I'm trying to say, bro? I would feel very awkward in that kind of environment, bro. I have friends who are in that situation. And sometimes the way they talk to me, I'm like, why are you there? Why are you expressing it to me? Because I'm black and you can have this conversation with me, but they have no clue that's how you feel about them. So that means imagine what they're saying about you. If you can come to me and tell me how you feel in that scenario, what they're saying about you. And this, let's go back to Ginger J. This is why when he said, I'm going to bring my Indian girl and da-da-da-da-da, bro, that to me, that's some internalized hatred, bro, because you're using her to insult the very same women that birthed you, groomed you, raised you, educated you. Okay, fair enough. You have some kind of anger issues with the ones that did all those things for you, but they still raised you, bro. They still sacrificed way more than your Indian woman has for you, bro. Do you understand?
The thing with human beings, sometimes you got like not everybody, but a lot of human beings, they forget what their parents did for them and the struggle. Once they become adults, you notice in this country, that's why a lot of like grandparents get ditched in like old people's homes because all them things there. Do you know what I mean? Because people forget what they done for them and all them things there.
Yeah.
But simply a case of that.
Yeah. I tell you what.
Rest of my words.
Let me pull up the apology video. Yeah.
My mental health took a big hit, bro. So I had to just take a break and just get myself better rather than being my emotions. Just be an adult about my shit and just be accountable. Be like, hey, motherfucker, take a step back because you're just doing too much. So yeah, so we're here now. Like, loads of people are monetizing off my name and these kind of things. So I brought it on myself. I've got to take the punches. I've got to take the shots. I've got to take whoever wants to shoot at me. I've got to take it, man. I can't stay away. I can't just be out here just trying to like act like I'm hiding or like I'm just gonna stay away, man. I'm here, man. We're gonna do better. It's my fault for not being internet ready, for not studying the world that I'm actually in when I do that. I study environments because of prison. But I should have paid more attention to the environment that I was in. I should have paid more attention. I should be more mindful. Because I know how to do it. It's not a difficult thing. But man, yeah.
What are your thoughts?
Wait, is man wearing glasses?
In glasses, yeah, he's wearing glasses. What the fuck is that? Bro, my man just broke down his mental health and you're like...
Let's have Mr. Potato Head.
Oh my God. But you know what I got from that, bro? He
to what people do when they want to do apology videos. I think it's in a manual somewhere.
Wear glasses, you look more...
Wear glasses.
You look less threatening.
More appealing, more sympathetic.
Yeah, sympathetic, you know yeah. But you know one thing he didn't do? He didn't even apologize. He said, I need to stop doing too much. And I wasn't media trained. Like, so you would rather try to like avoid... Listen.
But he's kind of talking stupidness because he's like, same thing what he said. He's like, I was doing too much. I wasn't media trained. I realized I was doing too much and all that. But why are you still talking? You're still doing too much. Because you're actually, you might as well just open your batty and go and just talk to your batty because I put them things there because you were literally just chatting bare pop. What did you say then? What was that? What? Because of the sad music behind it. So I'm playing a little thing. Oh, my mental health. It's like when people talk about mental health now, it's like, oh, get out of here, man. Get out of here. Like, seriously, like, come on, man. Bro, allow me, bruv. Allow me. Remember what I said about this mental health thing? It's the quickest thing for everyone to just grab onto. Mental health. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But you know,
Man poop too loud. Man poop too loud. You tell him, bro, you poop too loud. Bro, my mental health, bro. No, what's happening, man? Everything is mental health nowadays. It's crazy,
man.
bro.
Bro, you know what's so funny? It's like everyone is saying, yeah, he's mental health. But I'm like, what about the black women who have heard and seen him act the way he acted?
What about the black little girls?
Yeah, who have seen him act the way he acts. Like, bro, look, with me personally, if he never brought in the fact that his Indian wife is better than black women, he probably wouldn't have offended black women that much, because a lot of men do lose their cool with black women on social media, and a lot of men do criticize them for wearing wigs and weaves and stuff and having attitude problems. Like, they're the only ones who do, bro. Everyone seems to think it's only black women that have these things. Every raid, look, I mean, let's not get into it because that's a different thing. The point I'm making is him saying using his white woman as his Indian woman as a reference to a better standard of woman than black women. That was the major blow, bro. And the fact that his aggression was part of it as well, as he was expressing that, that's a major blow too, bro. Then the fact that you talked about, take off your robe, take off your hair, bro, you're actually, look, that's not how you talk to women, bro. I'm sorry, but I don't know where these people are coming from.
And you know what? Another thing about this whole mental health thing, yeah, this is why I'm not buying it. Sorry, it's like this is like, I can't buy it. You know what? Why I can't buy it? I'm not saying it's not true, but bro, I'm just trying to put 2 and 2 together and make 4. But bro, how long did he do in jail?
About almost 12
I'm
years.
Assuming for
12 years.
What he went in for, from what I've heard, he was in like A+ ACAT prisons, which is some serious prisons. Bro, if you survive that, I'm sure you can survive a little social media backlash, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're talking about, because you're on podcast talking about your DJ Spoonie and them things there. Do you know what I'm saying? Talking about putting spoons in certain places where it shouldn't go. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And bruv, you know what? Not even that, yeah. You see BKChat, everyone knows what that platform's about. Everyone who's seen it for knows what that platform is about. So if you know you're someone who's easily triggered and you're gonna become across like a villain. Because remember, there was a season where there was a guy on it, real muscular guy. I forgot his name, but he was like what Ginger J was before. He was crashing out all the time. You know, he was saying all kinds of mad stuff. And I remember he was the villain, but because he never said nothing that outlandish, yeah, he was more just hated as the villain character. So he helped sell the whole narrative of like, you can agree or disagree with this clip, basically.
I know who you're talking about, because I've
forgotten his name, but I used to see his clips a lot.
I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, very tall and muscular guy. I've forgotten his name.
Oh, is he tall?
Tall and muscular, yeah. Nigerian guy. Oh. And I remember he was cussing all the girls, but because he was cussing them in a way where it's like, he wasn't like really crashing out. He would just raise his voice a bit and then he would say like some stuff, but he never said nothing like, you are ugly and I'll get my Indian girl to go. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So he was just a villain. He wasn't seen as like someone else insulting him, because the girls never took it personal. Do you know what I'm trying to say? They just cussed him back. He cussed them back. But with hold on. Let me finish. With what my man did, yeah, if he knew he had these traumas, you know what that platform's about. So you shouldn't have gone there. You know you've got traumas. You know you're easily triggered. You know you've been done dirty by black women, so you're not happy with black women. You shouldn't have gone on there.
See on Pen Game, what does he do?
I don't watch Pen Game. I ain't watched one episode of Pen Game. It's one of those things I know is there. I know it's there, but I've never watched it.
Because that whole show, I swear it's about dissing and stuff.
No, but it's battle rap. It's battle rap. From the clips I've seen, it's battle rap.
So what? A man dissed him on there. That's what I'm saying. Like, why is he so hot over the Gallum are not even dissing him? They're just questioning him over certain things.
But I think with Pen Game is battle rap, so it's not nothing where it can trigger him, because we know that these guys are just literally mucking around with each other. Whereas here, he was expressing a proper, deep thing, and I felt maybe he might have got triggered because expressing that and the way he might have expressed it, it probably looked like he wasn't given the platform to speak his mind. And that's where the anger came from, do you know what I'm trying to say? Because a lot of men, they're like that. Once they can't get their point across, they lose their lid, because they think the louder they shout, people are going to listen to them. Do you know what I mean? And that's what it looked like to me, basically. Do you know what I mean? Not too sure. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, listen, ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you think of Ginger's apology. Well, it wasn't an apology. Let me know what you think of the video that he put out about his mental health. Do you think it's a PR stunt? because they had the nice little sympathetic music in the background. Should he have apologized, which he didn't in the video? And what do you think about him being dropped from Pen Game? Do you think what Mark said was real talk? I personally think it's real talk. What do you think?
That's real, bro.
Yeah. Do you think it was?
Someone need to take pieces of that and put it in a tune, bro. You know what I'm saying? I saw Swiss just drop a song the other day.
Yeah.
Someone should have taken a piece, bro. Marks was spitting some real bars. You know what I'm saying? I've always liked Marks.
Yeah,
still.
Mark's a real guy. Yeah.
I've always rated his thing. So yeah, bro. Like, bro, I'm just rating him a bit more now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. And things, I think he explained that perfectly. And to be honest, he didn't even need to. He didn't need to. The whole world can see why he did it. But he went out of his way. He explained it perfectly. And nobody wants to see this guy's bread and butter taken off his table. Nobody wants to see the food taken out of his mouth. Nobody does. But we need to be held accountable for our actions. There are consequences to all actions. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And unfortunately, this is the day and age we live in now. When you crash out,
I'm saying is,
hold on, let me finish. When you crash out and you go crazy, social media will bring it into the real world, and people that have employed you will have a decision to make. That's just the real world.
All I'm saying is, whatever you do, always have a plan B. So even if you're on this social media thing, and something could go wrong. And that's what people don't realize, YouTube could just go down one day or just say, do you know what? You know what I'm saying? Something could happen. Yeah, man just literally base their whole life off of like Instagram, YouTube, TikTok and all that. All of this stuff can just go one day. And then what? You know what I'm saying? People literally base their life of it. Always have a plan B. If all this is done, if I don't do no videos or nothing, man's still good. You know what I'm saying? It's not, you know what I mean?
Yep. Well, I'm a businessman, so we always got to think of plan Bs. We always got to have plan Bs, and we always got to make sure these plan Bs are generating some kind of income. So I hope that he's done so. Maybe he's made certain investments. It's funny, my brother and I were talking about people who in the rap game, I think it was me and you were talking about the rap game and how certain people should make sure they make investments, because if you look at some of the 90s rappers, the things they're doing today for money shows that they didn't make much sound investments. So I hope he made some investments, and I hope he's good. But hey, listen, we're all men. We choose our paths. We choose we lay our beds, and hopefully, we decide if we want to lay in them or not. But yeah, let me know what you guys think anyway. Brother, my brother, beautiful conversation, beloved. Peace, beloved. Peace, beloved.
I'm gonna go do today's mathematics on the calculator somewhere.
Yeah. I'm gonna get my calculator tomorrow, because I didn't know the maths today at all, bro. Seriously. Do you know what I mean?